High school didn't prepare me for shit by Tasfir Shad. High school was a joke from the start. They emphasize that they're getting you prepared for the real world, they're getting you prepared for college, but they don't know the process and the actual steps to get there. They put a hinder on your creativity. They put a hinder on your emotions, and everything is just so obsolete. And I hated that because I was so restricted. I did well in my classes, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I was happy. Everyone had their things going on, and high school was just a facade. Who did it better, who was in what program, that really was a huge thing in my high school. But none of these people knew what it was to actually step foot into the real world. They were in this bubble. They thought they were gonna excel in every aspect of their life when their personality was absolutely horrendous. But their grades were awesome, so who cares, right? That's what mattered in my school. Grades, grades, grades. Personalities, people's ethics and morals, those were out the window. Reason being, but if you made the golden honor roll, you were number one. Mind you, I was an honor student throughout my time in high school. I was in National Honor Society, I was in a sports team, and I was in multiple clubs. But I did it because I had to play the game. I had to play the game of life. I had to make sure that I was competing against all these people who thought they were better than me, never said anything, because at the end of the day, I can't say that I didn't have friends. I did have friends, but by senior year, they were all just acquaintances. High school did not prepare me for the friendships and the heartbreak that I would go through. You would think that that's normal. Why does she have to prepare you for that? But they advocated that, you could go to them for anything. When I actually wanted to speak to someone about losing a friend, no one was there. High school didn't prepare me for that. High school didn't help me cope with the pain that I had to go through. But again, at the end of the day, it makes me a stronger person. Reason being, because I don't rely on anyone anymore for my happiness. I rely on myself. I rely on actual people and family that will be there for me at any cost. And going into John Jay, I believe that it was a new start for me. 2017 for me, as the year closes out, was multiple beginnings. I had to start over multiple times, pick myself back again, and tell myself that I could do it, that I could get through all this issues and the pain, because someone out there is having a much worse day than I am. And that's an ideal that I live by, and I hopefully it'll help me in the future with other issues that I go through. However, John Jay was my key to opening myself up to truly understanding the process of college and truly understanding and questioning your beliefs and ideals. That's what's college for, and that's what I was looking forward to. My first semester, it was a good one. It was a solid semester. That's all I could say. I'm not saying it was the best. I'm not saying it was the worst, because it wasn't. But it was a solid semester that allowed me to pick myself up and truly assimilate into the culture of college and appreciate it. As for a matter of fact, I love college already more than high school. It is much more tedious and extensive because of its only being 15 weeks in a semester, but I will choose it over high school any day. College, you're on your own, but you truly make good friends and truly make good companionships because you guys are all going through it together. No one's trying to outdo everybody because no one has time for that. It's real people. Of course there's fake people out there, that's the world. But in college, I think that your mentality's grown more. It also goes to what college you go to, the environment that you surround yourself in. Being a college, liberal college in Midtown, obviously has already an opinion and perspective than a very conservative college in the Midwest would be. So I wanted to surround myself around something that I would be comfortable with. And John Jay allowed me to do that. I'm comfortable at John Jay. It's never a day where I'm not comfortable in my own skin, or, I could speak my mind freely. but also I have a very liberal mind, so there may be some bias on that because of John Jay's history. And I truly believe that throughout my time here at John Jay, I will make it a memorable one. And instead of doing things and joining clubs and doing all these activities where I'm supposed to play the game, I'm doing it because I want to. Because I truly want to explore and question my ideals. I want people and professors and classes and all these activities that I would hopefully be doing in my time here at John Jay is it questions my beliefs. It allows me to explore my mind, not stay closed-minded. I think that's the point of education. It's the point, I think, of a secondary education, in my opinion, where, you find all these enlightened people, especially professors who've been through a lot, and some of them have other jobs, other occupations, and many of them who were in public service. It's nice to hear face-to-face someone's experience in the public service, what they did for this country, what they did for this city, what they did for themselves. It's truly a process of understanding who you are. And I truly believe in that. My time here at John Jay, my professors they brought something to the table. They truly wanted me to explore and question my beliefs, from my art professor to my Africana professor to my political science professor, who is a very strict professor and very ambitious in what she teaches. She wanted us to question things for ourselves, not take things for granted. And now in English, our first piece of the creative nonfiction, it was very hard for me to truly open up and write about my parents' separation. That was the first time after 4 years that I actually genuinely spoke in detail of the creative nonfiction, and I did break down in tears after I finished it, because for so long you keep something in, it's bound to come out. And I wanted to do that. Reason being because this is my time. I've been so restricted these 4 years of high school, of always these essays, these papers that, they did nothing for me. I never truly learned about it. I just did it out of, of a good grade. But, this English class, it allowed me to explore that there's so many other possibilities and so many other ways that you could approach writing, and there's so much more to explore, and there's so much more to learn. And you just need to be open to it, and you need to be willing to be wrong and make mistakes. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that here at John Jay. I'm willing to make the mistakes and learn from it, because that's life and that makes you grow. High school didn't allow me to truly explore myself. I needed to go out of my way and try hard enough to keep myself grounded, not think that I was better than anyone else, because no, we're all human beings at the end of the day. And high school, it just wasn't for me. College is for me, the independence, not relying on anyone, not having to do all this nonsense crap that you're forced to do because you're a young age, so you really can't think for yourself, I guess, Everyone's the same. We were put in this box in high school, and I just hated it. And on top of that, I had to start over my senior year, So again, going back to starting over, at this point, I don't fear starting over. I actually encourage it, because it makes you a strong person. It doesn't make you rely on anything. It makes you rely on yourself and how your strength, and truly just rely on yourself and believe that you could be the change within. I appreciate my first semester here at John Jay. I was very scared. I thought that I was going to dwell into all the stress that comes along with it. But I'm ready to take on more. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to explore my strengths and my weaknesses, and maybe, even question with the strengths and weaknesses that I thought I had, That's what college is about. That's what life's about. And I truly believe that John Jay is the one for me. In conclusion, everyone has their own experiences. I'm not trying to make one's experience better than the other. For me personally, college is for me. John Jay is for me.